Hello friend, in the last two lecture we have discussed about the plasma machining process. That is one part of the newer machining method. So in first lecture we have discussed about the introduction and some principle of the plasma machining process, and in second lecture we have discussed the process parameters that are very important in cutting actually. Now today is the last lecture of the plasma machining process, and today we'll discuss about the process capabilities, then application, advantage and disadvantage. First one is the carbon steel plate thicker than 50 mm can be cut 10 times faster than the oxy-fuel cutting. We can use this technology for the cutting those material having a higher thickness. If we compare with the oxy-acetylene fuel cutting process with this plasma machining, so it can cut the very fast. Accuracy that can be achieved by the plasma machining is 0.8 mm up to the 35 mm thick plate. Second is the 3 mm up to 150 mm thick plate. Sharp radius up to 4 mm is possible, but increase up to the 38 mm. So as the thickness of the plate is increasing, the accuracy of the cutting is also decreasing. Material removal rate is up to 150 cm³ per minute. In this we got a curve angle, that is the taper angle is the 2 degree to 7 degree with the normal cutting condition. If we take the special arrangement, or if we use the special tooling for the cutting process, so that can be reduced up to the 1 degree to 2 degree. So that is also possible. If we compare with the surface which is produced by the oxyacetylene flame, so we got a smoother surface by using the plasma machine. If we discuss about the some alloys, non-ferrous alloys, that manganese, tin, copper, nickel based alloys, copper and nickel can be cut with the plasma machine. So these are the copper nickel based alloy that can be cut with the help of the plasma machine. It is used for profile cutting of many metals like the mild steel, alloy steel, titanium and many more. So this technology can be used for any material irrespective to that property of that material. Now moving towards the application of the plasma machine, that can be used to make cut in the electrically conductive material. It can be used for the cutting rows in the harness, shaft or any material. Underwater cutting, this process has some special advantage that you can use for the undercutting process. Plasma can be used for the depositing filler material on the surface or corroded or worn out part to be obtained desired properties like a corrosion resistant, wear resistant and defriction property. So this is special advantage of the plasma machining process that is not possible in other machining process. Like suppose you have any component which is subjected toward the water side and it upper part is getting corroded. So we can prepare that surface and we can deposit the material, filler material on the top of the surface to reduce the or to avoid the corrosion or worn out of any rotating component. Suppose you have any rotating component which is gradually worn out. So that can be possible by using the plasma arc machining. Plasma arc is used for profile cutting of stainless steel, aluminum, tin and other non-ferrous material. So this process is applicable for the both ferrous as well as the non-ferrous material. This technology has some advantages compared to the other non-conventional as well as the conventional machining processes. Used for cutting ferrous and non-ferrous material at high speed, as we have discussed. Profile cutting of SST and titanium is possible. So these are the very hardest material. So you can use this technology to cut the hard material. So as this process is non-conventional machining process, or no contact between the tool and workpiece, and the simple work holding device are enough. So in the case of the workpiece, we can use the very simple arrangement to hold the workpiece. Jigs and fixture and special arrangement is not required in this case, because the tool is not direct touching with the workpiece. So there is no mechanical forces on the workpiece. Cutting rate of all material are high, so MRR is very high compared to other machining processes. Equally effective regardless the hardness of the material and other properties of the material. So this process is equally effective on the any material. So because it not consider any material property, even hardness or any other property. Suppose you want to automate the process to get the good quality or equal quality, because if a human is doing any process, you will get some variation. Even if a skilled worker is doing the machining or any process, in that we can reduce by the automating that process. So this process can be easily automated, so no special arrangement is required in this case, like in we have EDM, water jet. Plasma can machine exotic material at a high rate. Now this is the last part of this plasma machining technology. First disadvantage is burr is often produced. So in after every machining process you need to finish. So because burr is normally produced on the edge of the surface, and this is the biggest disadvantage of any manufacturing process, like if you consider the AJM or abrasive flow machining process. Here we are getting the taper. So the taper angle is ranging from 2 to 7 degrees, so it need to be the straight. So we need to be the do the other finishing process, so that can be avoided. So these are all disadvantage in the case of the plasma machining process. But if we consider this process and it can be combined with the other non-conventional machining process, so we will cut the outer surface at very faster rate, and that workpiece is supplied to the other non-conventional machining process or conventional machining process, which can produce the good surface quality. So this can be one hybrid technology that can be used for the reduction of the manufacturing of any component. So ultimately it will increase your production rate, that will reduce your cost. So that is the one advantage that people are doing in the combination of two processes. Process alter the surface metallurgical, it produce hard and uneven surface. So as the temperature is very high, as we have discussed in last two lectures, the temperature is around 15,000 to 30,000 in some cases. So it will change the material property. So you need to be reheated to the surface or material to get the desirable property. So this is also one disadvantage of plasma arc machining process. Smoke and noise is produced during this process. Hence, eyes and nose shielding is required. So, this process is basically plasma arc. So, what we are doing, we are producing very high temperature, and this process also generates a very high noise and smoke. So, operator need to take a special care to protect themselves. Sharp corner are difficult to make using plasma arc, as the temperature is high. It also melt the corner, so you will get the higher radius in corner. Sharp corner you cannot be generated during this process. That's why I told you. Suppose you have a very shape that very complicated shape, so you can cut the outer shape by giving the 2 to 5 mm tolerances. So that can be removed by immediate. After you can do the machining process to get the good quality. The process produce HAZ, that is heat affected zone, and as we have discussed in third point, heat affected zone can cause the premature failure of the component. So heat affected zone is very large due to the high temperature, so it will change the microstructure of the component. So you require the other normalizing or heat treatment process to get the desired property of that component. So these are some disadvantage, but now people are using this process with which is combined with the other manufacturing process. So this is the last point of the plasma arc machining process, because this process is very large and it carries the number of process parameters. So we have to discuss some process parameters which are important. We are not discussing any machining process in detail, but we are getting some overall idea.